No face Joel example. Perfect. No problem. Ina nyolo in a different way from no problem. Bari nte chance deal and yaje small katula tala nala internet auto every time. That's because nte I'm the oppressed one. And then you clarify things. Nga cool and you know. I say I said. You know, so first of all, my follow. Mobe I'm from both me all the time, containing ST mon problem solo. Yeah, I'm a very emotional person. Ninka diamu nimma wuri nimma son kanka kumbole. You understand? Because that's just me. Wo is just me naturally. Because ni reflect the kudul gaya. But I'll mbatra we keep going.
No, Uro is better than go okay for you know.
Yalo ning candidate long muka kumbole nga dof. But ning emotional tara nga kumbole. You know, ni momo lombalarek they know that. They call me Purkafo go heta inaido ko. Ni mol but recall still in some way problems you know about music, about beats. The time of Alundomowa caring. You know. And Alindomo song was produced by Nova. You understand? It was a big song and big lyrics, big style, but Bitcoin was not all it need music level because he could have man right now. He knows music at that time. So let's go again. I'll go Nimundo ko mari ako ben, nim ke ba mari ako ben yang. Nimundo ko mari wo kan kana kamfa. Ibo cool. Sang koron to tuje sang kita ko dan. Abi bersini ala jangsa inshallah. And second for now I'm gonna repeat it again. You know man na jan songkala. You know what I mean? Man na jan songkala. Parang senyola may hakilon. I'm a child. I like this young madam. So perere nala adu ori mom. 100% nala ad. Ko am na le fog nga like my eye questions. Let. Give me reason. Wait. Fara mal, all right. Talo mal, Sangora. And the next step, all of us. Didn't come out to remember Sunday. Sunday, Sunday, Saki Santo. You are the Lord again, you are the Sumagandi. Sango. Almost the end of you're gonna see our. Because then they call from France and the ba. Kana kangala nyola baring ko mam problem so dokori. I am sure few people if you music go fanta. I'm going to stop from totally. Salsa muelo loud and clear. Buma alil fi wa mga nyo ay cool man wa nyo mo hulore na balaton.
Nan ne rek boy. Lu wara set mu set rek suma brother.
No. No, hanga tawit papa magla tawit ham. So next minute ya wate bi su beure rek dina opal so buguñ mu aga ci yenen level kana so ngay futat la dol.
Lol degala you know.
Yeah, kana so ngay futat la dol to bari at least it's a diamond hakilo la you know. Nga yeah, understanding sort of go at the end of the day ba ñim beke gan for our industry but of course ku katara kule asap. Yeah, fembang ke without a reason. So we will just get back to some things, you know, and then you clarify things. You know, I said, you know. So first of all, my follow. Mobe amola from both me all the time, containing ST, mon problem solo. Nene man sonka, nene man nyo sabadi amo fall. And I'm sure fananko, mole umele ST fanayo for ala interview to. You know? So that means go naturally internati more flow as human beings. Nene mawo function, but at least more nene tarta nyokana for too long. Te hanama do nalba nyokang fana. Ah? For kudol sakerek. By force. Woman can magic to it's just how it is. You know. So nanyolo me tale. Pruka foko. There will be some things me alonga and manke and people will not talk about it. So just niaje manyin dula foko pru ya alonko. Ika energy men nata to on the internet. For akafuta banning the road of fonka nyo banning. So going to my mom along mo flow be ba for kon yo kon tel nene man songa. Yakilo to that. So problem on yung kuma be la waro be as the people mele along ko ka instigate to that level next level. Then niaje smalls katula tala nala internet to every time. That's because nte I'm the oppressed one. Ning estiba oppressed one konte. Don't ma diamuda nunjuna. But because Mo Jama Bey will go under his favor, of course he's not the oppressed one. So at a reason so la pruka diam. But then here reason so la diamo because just take an example. Hanata reform. Ika no face Jola example. Perfect. No problem. Ina nyolo in a different way from no problem. Bari nte chance deal la fanko. Okay, abu cool na yalonde. Abu cool ne ngana cool kijam. Just wahada ma ya dron for ya reason deal al puri diam nun cool foot at a level doldo. But then we will get to that. Just put kana topic on you skip. You understand? So pur aliye lonko nendiro aning banin diro laning camera ko ngambang estila la feka la karia fala bujang wol de al wol typical bondije al wol bondije follow al wol bondije will listen asset because ali amoyle wasini ata al mala sign afan la interview ta ko le ko ning smalls nene man sonka bro ni mo difficulty nung to nung domi nung ay be wo fota nung juna bari mfana manke o mo sifade you understand that means ko nganda bo yelele puraleta ada fanga ya fale ko smalls ka tamala nung aka tamala na mo ka time of function so that means ko cool ba kaka ment batin and la mang nta hard feeling shoto no la modo eje because neither in cool mental no kaka lo is for more hard feeling shoto you know. So just to clear things almbe la moy hakilola kana nyo neng or anything cool le fota cool le kata maning ala ning interview la start la ka play, you know, and then nga go a little bit back from ndala management side o mala because mo manke na hajiti and then will mala personal thing right. But then kaboko ba kono kana fonte to for the time moment because nte tonya long isa kudul din na mele long konjiko long but in to mention the time or time so kontuma fania wakan fitile so kontuma me along ga manke njigo nga fitile fonka wuri fonka lafka kumbo mo sifalde just pour ka proof de ronko moke nto kala mo ngani yo shota hanma do, you know. So modol fane nje wonyale tumandul tambita nung yen George wanya just because of our attitude, and I accept that nte I'm a real person. I accept that woman defana na fault lady I should have deal with situations in another way, you know. But hadamadu fane katar cool take kan me alongo mo be mu kalo no nyola. So time fana yati nan tari na muso nina tuwa muso problem shoto aka jere nya fanga murung Gambia ngatar siri nje fonga raga fonga po nimboyal ngaladulal bela ngadadulal bela but I'm a real person, you understand. But momentol kono akole ata mabake because ni ajibe fang naturally ni moy ding shoto na dung ba 2 years rek alka dung flanjan but just because na football man tarta nice aka jere nyanga murung Gambia. So my love kata deep down because it's my personal thing. Just
Personal
put
thing,
ya
exactly.
understand. Just put guy ya understand why women soul kono internet auto but nka over trubal nka futa level dol to nimol. That's because there were so many other things melfanamba happen on this side. You know. But women soul fana uma mean combat town. I'm living the normal life with the youth, with the ghetto, that's how much I love this industry. That's how much I love this music, you know. But at the same time, Fanang, it doesn't mean go land tambuluduladodo or kudotam apodin buluduladodo. But because Nimbel kata well they know it will come a magical performance. It will see the turn up everybody. That's how Papa is. Make everybody turn up nga finting and na cool na banta like next thing. You understand? But modo liya woje because back in the days when they kanjela nuni na mutu ni na cool bitatu albert. But then I have a brother man uncle. I say I respect him and ala mutu. But in time a real guy, if you are with me, maybe bulum fananga wala accepts and we go into that model fanga fanyako boy mo additional team manya naka dunyi motola. But no, that's my brother right there. So you know what I mean? Wala babulo and he's my real nigga. And then I go with him. Just because I know, I have things to. All man ta jahal. They cool like a mole and cool can fight. No cool can the family. You know what I mean? So dunia mole is turning for sometimes you boy woolly. Just put a cool sun and wala number murunga indulado. Prialanko ni mole and genuine what time off and what time on the seater. But it doesn't mean that there was nothing, you know. So no Gambian I'll be minunjele. I was humbly with everyone, you know. But I will not go deep down into this, but I'm apologizing to the fans, real fans, to the real people. Many alongo, they love me and they were disappointed to see me in that manner. Probably I understand go. Those were those moments. But alhamdulillah, right now, na own place mbijele mbalivi Europe, but na own side mbakul in the studio bana bunkono. Fema manke. Yeah, because futuo mo film futuo ni tuba futuo be wonyal. Momo ba yirabite wolane. Akafuta level doltore. Yeah. You understand? I don't think just because of this I will send my little advice to the younger ones. Mele alango they're doing music and they have access to come to Europe for now. You know, pay attention. You know, there'll be maybe at that time my young ring okay, that would be an easy access. Of course, it's a big advantage. I'm Marco Kujamal Lafana Europe, me along sang. I feel like time on Sony Adam. But the neighbor music can from maybe pay attention to that side. Nini Muso, but Tarlanyoka, maybe I can motivate a man. He will be with you on this journey throughout. You know, just a little bit advice. You know, because was a little bit difficult for me as an artist, you know. So let's just jump. You know. So I will go back on a concept. Interview start the world to tell you the industry built and how we were helping each other. And why the reason you understand? I will explain that. So nganying interview lama.
Say kombonga, you know, let's say a chronic bob, you know, ana nyonyongol. Muni ati na koba kono manda.
Okay, so puru briefly explain ya on ya faham baket. Among label. I created a movement. It didn't only be talents, they have great potential. And I'm a major artist, and I feel like, you know, like, in a platform, in this no like other artists will elevate, promote too. So I call these kids on a meeting. Yalan. So bring a meeting also to halfway, you know, the Kobakono movement or Amanke label team. Because in the most sign Okoditembulu. It's a long time ago. Okoditembulu. But I would love to do the little that I can for everybody. And I would love to give my platform to them specifically, even though Ninata Soto say, like, Gambian artists will be invited to perform, but I would give them, I give them advantage of performing at the perfect time, or maybe right before the, or an exclusive, show of the girl. That's what Kuba Kono was about. Nko momo lafta sola, ya fonye, nsi don't know bahalal. I don't need profit niela so ke parita yente jo na kodola reki na kuolke. Ninga so soto mba make sola ali perform at the right time, not just come opening acts or something. You perform in the middle of the show. You perform in the middle of the show. Na platform or anywhere you can use it anyhow. And no more laptop say videos with offending. You tell me I will try to do my little support. Maybe I will do a lot of fancy but I will do my little support for free. That is how Kuba Kono came about. You can have interview with this kid. He said in Kano. That was how Momo record label sign. You are free to go because it's not a label. It's just we can have each other's back and your support and stuff more and you push.
Yes.
It was just that. It was never a record label or a profitable, group me along. I will gain anything out of it. It was more of me, giving out, if you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I understand that. Gesture gesture me along any other artist would want it. Yeah, especially coming from somebody like you. So
sometimes sometimes it can cool in this nyama. See maybe Kombonka case, Kombonka got GSC natale, elafta sign he got a record deal with them. Like I said, anybody could, it's not like a label, Mulman contract sign, it's just me talking to them like this. I can do this, we can do this together. So Kombonka record label also, I moved with GSC, which was very good too. And then, but sometimes, you don't feel like, say, the respect in the means of the Leo Soto. Say, let's say, more clear event or Soto. Each of our event in Kalamutafang. Or maybe 2 days before event, Yakalamda or near event or Soto. Just
Okay. You template ojel. That was a template by Alonco. Abenun jail and into T-SMALLZ. If I don't find any go diamo from Ngafa, like you Gambian industry jail. T-SMALLZ is the music industry. Without T-SMALLZ, Gambian industry, Gambian industry. Ngafa, aliamwe. Yeah, binta humble la domandenak. Yeah. Because in Koba on a concept, it was a template membijeno, and that template was studied. Because Nico BK City, T-SMALLZ was already big. Chartbusters. Ngani explain the chart in a live talk about Bomalaje Katato Records. And exactly Lum explain ni lo lalawa. Amun halis, but we give our platforms to other people. So omu template let him BJ. But in Bafle why Ataya emulate, why he came into it. So nte I had the BK City. T-SMALLZ was big from Chartbusters, Tele TV long, mobile in Nyage already. And I'm not a sensation in open mic, so everybody know me. But we want to stop from having other individual artists. And these evidences are there. Maybe belong dolba ungrateful labor because of the internet or because of music. But we'll fall. Yeah, testify la song to canto la song to guide my papa is this, my papa is that. Kafo had me do la confirm small lane mark when achieve small lane some studio, the small lane getting. They say those things. Melbourne Balano. And when Nia didn't know, it was because Manundo call a gamchan. Mbakudo Shotokan every month regular. But in Dongol Mukakudo Shotono. So studio Mukasoto. But talent in BJ. He left able overlapping music kebarima accessory. So that phone fuck it. But in day could do and I put the studio available. So Ndungu Jamaka Tatambala no time on. You understand? Nungu Jamaka Tatambala no time on. I was big enough already. big with so many things. With the Chatbusters, people know me, and big with football. So famous talent know already without even from music back on record. So because of football, more be a long while no. I was a good footballer, bro. Ni man footballer planning boy. More than more footballer nothing, bro. You understand? So fame ni manke kukutade. To often since bakawolom fana. You understand? So na back what stay ndogel tam 50 wall if an more grand hustle at no. If an alka music gola, then ma cool blending yoko no nyal wol fana access to the kanan side. So ninsana la nyo long manke come soldier to nyalong anin soldier mu wailati te so because soldier mu better balta better la fa to le yata you know na brother na real brother.
But it's like he was closer to Soldier than you, oh?
No, he was close to me. Yeah, I'm a very emotional person. Ninka diamu nimma wuri nimma son kanka kumbole. You understand? Because that's just me. Wo is just me, naturally. Because I reflect the kudul gaya. But I will keep going.
No, Uro is better than go okay for, you know.
Yalo, ning kandida long muka kumbole nka dof. But ning emotional tara nka kumbole. You know, nim momo lambala rek, they know that. Mbe mutala nga kumbo si sasi. They amanke na problem today, yela problem explaining it rek. Nga emotional nga kumbo. Just puri kanata anything, you know.
Yeah.
You understand? So that was my real way. The real way. Come on, fanga fungo internet or like soldier. Ninteba kuwa kukika rek.
What small. And ye kumbo or ye spec so dung is better. Sorry, ye spec so dung ye wuri well is better than like being so emotional because ngalole itela mind reflector onto something else may yalango well be bulala nyin like you know what I mean. But just be patient and then
music go on. So wala na fa ani mo do mem kan understand camera mba foolishness la lete ita ka wuli la suma ndaw suma de ita do ko la yela family balundi ntaka ni nek for 15 years. What the fuck do you think? Here mo ni mira mbako do shuttle mo do ngata ke machine ati o ngata ke carpenter fe ole mira so ni anje jang ban na right letter mental football ku diam ka mental politics ku diam ka dum ban musical diam ka ban tole diam ka I put my mouth where my money is. Tell man ka dindin ti sang bro adu nyoni ni mon man foto wala bulo ko tal tel mel be ning internet ro ngal balal because I'll mislead tell to so many things. They make you hate me for no reason. You understand? So intending still a new long was long time ago, bro. Fonka nyoboring. I remember one day nyoboring about that. You know, that's how close we are. We went to find visa. Senegal. Formal how to do it? Because you know, I do mojama have got no atamata like jambula wala tinani. But for any other member, Janinka jambula. I don't tell a fit the alla purkata Europe from Cameroon and USA. Because Toke Jamakata no to small starter like Abatula Jela Muruntanam. A come impossible at Amuruntanam cotton. Malo fit the alla. Katandala for possible tal. Who? Nte Aliaje. Alalong ko it's true at Arabira JT. I'll tell promoter will be Europe. Gambian artist Juma force I start play. Gambian artist Juma to bear the flag and say let's do it. These smalls. In a generation. Yeah. But just because of personal problem from Dolly Nyagas in him come book cutting. Yeah, because they feel go, yeah, and you never problem on I'm getting book cutting. Sana role men play J. Come I have many moment problem so I role men play J well into demi. I don't tell you for I'll go out 2 months just because some of you are kids. Nimu batting a dol get big dol they are kids. I'm a real man. Karajo kumbo gani. Iman lang. Ndum ke kew. democracy la hanim had madon hanim fama menku ala nka melbang bala na indi men ka fale. Yeah, that's the way I was built. So Nilsen ala nyoro is that far. Yeah, I understand. Of course, big la time. True. And in terms because ndogel kan jibele no fanko kiba. You know, I'm among you guys, but madok wala gamta. Yeah, I understand. Mu football la bati giant. So nila level mantarino at the same time. I always look at them as my youths. But in a blessing so that I welcome them to it. You understand? So I cannot tamla of course. But when naji fanga metal after molna mira fango ST fanga BK. I'm not even talking about the things Mel passed away. Come, of course, he made his name with legendary click. Come, let it be clear. I will tell you, ST is one of the greatest artists Gambian men produce. Trust me. And because of our talent, apart from tena BK sitting and yolo what time on be gatanyo la dularon dungul kana yam fanang katela side, jening kana willing come. So Ngafel and Nyolong was from that side. But to bring it closer, come Nadali Nyolo, I could come the fanganate mukada bro, bang gulila side, and kanyo saban jele bro, bichoto. So be kana ke content the phone, nenemanke wo mo si faldi. Bro. Even though it transferred and willing come a time moment. Yeah, you got your own space. But in there I have a bigger space. Bunkono nani long sali bakatang sirang nani lakatar larin chenu. Boil ka chilje muswal minala bukul kelamban recording kela studio bj momo is freedom to everyone. You understand? You can aje time moment no will be. Of course, nini you can soldier leya. Ni wala for be. Tell la material all in cool baby J until he will like a use at the end of the day. So ila na je for at the end of the day kana jumalaya. Or if we can music go to another J and then yake ko kana soldier but you still don't fuck with me. But we found man sort of just cafe like we are cool. That's cool. Nene man sonka, nene man grot shot on you, nene man sika shot on you. That cool. And then men from I again and I have a broad daylight cool. No face long through Wagan from the open mic. Wo nga explain wo is normal. Because until we play the open mic, so no face wall. They were coming from Senegal as an invitee. So obviously Nimu artist body be introduced as a normal introduction thing. You know. But it come and in no face la doku. Whoa, to my born mother and my father, until they will call make.
Yeah.
I make that call. Until they will call make, Purkafo Heta in I do go. Nimul but recall, still in some way a problem should know about music, about beats. The time of Alundomova caring, you know. And Alindomo song was produced by Nova. You understand? It was a big song and big lyrics, big style, but Bitcoin was not all it need even music level because he could have man right now, he knows music. At that time it was even Bitcoin could have been better. You understand? But then it was a big song played everywhere. Of course I'm actual to all and all. But then I saw that no longer okay, yeah, this guy will go far. You understand? But what time when no face from my opportunity sort of. But at the same time I need some way problems with a Bitcoin in that. You understand? So she says direct tap the invitation to Senegal. Human, government human, willing invite. Because of Journal de Rape. I was reporting for Journal de Rape. This show is all the way up to CNN. Go and do your research. Wala na ni modul gava like SMALLZ menke. Mojama make international and muka understand because we la research ke yalo nento futa dame. So I was reporting for Journal de Rape for CNN pro Senegal. You understand? So news lo no mela nga kana tell na to. But they rap ni ka news ni report. So I was a correspondent. So ning human la link shot to wanyan. Through Humanian introduced to No Face. Ako nyako bro, nyimba menkeka right now, Senegal ma understand fulu. It's rap mbalak. And akalva sa wurbal fana usually from Gambia. So Senegal ma understand. Senegal they are just on this hardcore hip hop because of deep. So I think near use it will be so good. Purala song, which was a great idea, the greatest idea Humani Mendi. You know, I interview you for because na cram off head, so that play like what for me mind, but I will be answering it. You know, because I listen to it so much. I don't know editing Jama for jail for now, but it's up to you guys to decide that. You understand? So human, you introduced to No Face. I offer you, kabra offer you, nka ko ye, nka mbatra la nintata Gambia, nga tra mbaji bela nga No Face na tinyala. So nga No Face na tinyala, nga fly la fang man so nga ticket to do much luta. I fly him because yeah, we are good. Nga fly to Gambia nata. So I was staying aside. I'll listen to this point very carefully. Artiso, yela ko do spend, yep producer na, yasindi la bungon. Faya mere diga ni man la ka freedom di momo le man la fi hanata re momo na la ko do le nata. Anang producer ni nyolon. Ite you have the right because Italy had ticket or sanga Italy had in la soko. You have the right to ka fa ko hanata re 2 weeks la kala jang. Ni kile na do gola ni predi say. O ni momo la fa do gol alta do ko ke dula do but not in the space. Fembra ma right to ko okay.
Yes, okay.
So hanata re ni producer nyolon fang nata re ni ntamang cool example. Then that means ko is insafo no la leta do ko la do alkana do ko in a space. But that's because I want that to happen because of your problem with Nova, because of all those things. Nko no fucking ning STA No Face so la music go build up a change because I hear the sound. I hear the sound and I know nko nyinga a build up a change, you know. But kablung nganati asita, it was not only ST. It was a discussion of saying No Face, you will produce me, but malafiyake only me. Until momo ka repeat de. I'll tell you in the interview be la me fo ganjang ning hani kilim film da jali encore. You understand? Nko ko inin kilinta do ko kenola bari ma make sure la boil fane do ko one ite two fane mbalaw la janne and then two until la music of fane change la because I know this could do that. No fire. Ako nyoko okabu kula ako ni wayasin boy dañ nay inde buga fay. Nga ko no boy amuñ bahangum boy ne kangu ndi make ba ne could come man. I'm from the other as an example. Nga ko ne amanko ko committee. Nga ko so ita boy charge no la wonya. Bro nga ST call billahi wallahi tallahi kitabi. Nga call guy ni No Face bang ale diam inata ya wode. Mani momo ba nyoka ni manke nakaruti lata alala. Ode yani mo nata la mari me majumalo. Hey wallahi to nyafo way bro. Nata ri mari benyil life la moyka. Inata. No Face ya charge kodoni overshare. Akata jonola. Atata. Nko No Face ko boy ngafo le ko boy. Ngol manke ko konte. A stop. Ya a change demanding boy bro. Otherwise ita client soto la jante kile nele bado ko kala yesi. Nkai ko so wata kala boy. Fon na lafta song kamulong kalat kum nga sana ya mulong ke nga tablet o boni tablet kuto billahi wallahi talai nga diala ngai ko bro for this sake atray ba man na ila nyame lim boyol billahi wallahi talai so nga intelena ta a call back nga text back at No Face then another ko thing that's the time da quarter of course production ni let me see how it works atele ba jola fay ko you don't expect la SMALLZ bo jole fay. Who is production? Ibu production feel a joker to No Face. But studio la entire environment and the ni mumu but record la studio to dawda. On a normal case, the studio owns the credit. Nadia the take blado to bari ni back can studio to that studio guy owns the credit. That's how it works. You pay the producer and the producer owns his credit separately. Music can work on him. So I told you I tell you but momanke na majikutu is a normal thing. And in the form ajol. Nobles near call. Nobles nata. Nobles a full EP legal nene mumu ningala songa na studio. Yeah, song dol bijal fa bi mo lal talo na fanka ko na studio. You know, so nga bay babu call, nga Barham call. I don't remember who's the fifth one. You will be a call, go galago. I think this guy will do magic. More content for because this guy will do magic with you guys, you know. So we'll be able to do work separately, and they all paid the producers separately, you know. But credit coin, I don't have a problem with it, but normally on business, it's only wise I'll credit the studio because that's how it works, you know. But then I was not looking at ST at that way from, you know, I was just seeing it as until it's space so that I have access to these things, and I openly call you. So if you finish to just bro it along, so I didn't limit anything, you know. So but for it from the monkey hanama de tibang kalon ko tonya hana da studio bambulu mfang bulu soko na but in manyin doku doke ganye na studio time allow pour ngani accessor famera it's nice pour kan through shout like avoka tonya no nya ndol record na sadle Katato records like big up, you know. That's how we do it, you know. Nga love the nyola, you know. If I'm grateful, it's not even grateful funk is okay, you know. But professionally, it's allowed for you to say it, to say this was recorded at Katato Records, you know. Even though I don't have a problem with it, even though I don't have a problem with it, because we're diamol Janabo Wulila, it was already on. Tenali Lamoy back. Still, our albums are the greatest music he ever produced. Pay attention. From those days, our album Flow produced Saluto and Maninka Warrior Wallpaper album. Those are the best songs that he produced because it was kind of collective. Because then at the moment, then at the moment, bro, Nyanta Kasile can song analyze together. You know, to make sure we are, you know, because that's how it works in other places. I find what idea din, but enough for me na idea di, because I can't in studio to, I can't ala kolke. Then na can't in studio to, billahi wallahi talai, because I knew and I give him respect. Ko, I'm a big artist, so nkamban na funka studio in client murungale, practically yet time shot on in your face. Nkamban na funka funk sometimes, nka fintele. Maybe you don't even pay attention to those things, but mbela bunya dike la kaitan de la mu big artist la privacy need. So most of the song from ning not along ka vibe to correct, you know. So janim bina afolako, let's listen to our songs. So one day in Finted because he got good songs. I along call music go from change it's not the same. He was so happy and proud of the songs. You know, so none of the studio today were happy with the whole crew. They were listening to the songs. You know, but they didn't know. Need to 10 songs American Papa 20 songs, 40 songs record alcohol because shoot up home casino. So they were playing their songs. So no face mistake that and na follow a few songs play gal. Snitch Wall, Givel Wall, other songs. Then Intel people release that. You understand? Studio Theater. Studio Theater gal ko woo Intel Yamaran Del Bejan from Papa Ban now. You understand? So let's say when you sondo ibela sol America la tax de Gambian so ina givel mo ina snitch along level on your mandar the same. Wala na kapra ko maybe an album all about big gradual starter. Then we'll find it and the because at the moment I find because small smokasi, small katamale. Small batama kan moto full asaba babulu. Studio babulu. Alio video yellow no face. Award all level studio kola. Award jelu. Some other good space. Na song Gewel was the biggest song. Member Finterin at that time. So how possible in Bog Grotshot or la Mome along until I will call Prana. So Munana Manim Befoka is because fan soul in a way ikamol ni dundinyola. Because he interview you Beni ala made any moment jode. But he last song alto ikamol garo alagia. Nini ninja and next song in the day bala line or sort of later. So problem man but you talk about the problem on your songs. You know, let's go. I will keep going. Just probably understand how I more Jama use Nyaming for they become a mess in the society. Kamo do hate for no reason. I don't who get a problem more like it a bro. Like he said, Nena Mon Sonka, Nena Mon Besor. You understand?
Yeah.
So it's
Okay,
not
I do not for Fanang. Akafo Dameneko, in those days he was not having money. You know, Akatara Barobolo sometime I na 3,000 or Joe or Sifa, you know. How was that process?
but we be muntel beleti, we muntel beleti. Come ngamen for 3,000 or man ke produce small steady. We mu produce la joleti.
Okay.
Nim produce ba production kike abatik. Iba jola wala le between nan. But tis small la light below wala bagas wala ngale na studio jela no face la time ala na bagas mo man ka odlado bad man. So ngile bijeno. So bagas will environment will lighting will electricity will conducive will be wala katina na akajere ya famari yako this person this is recorded at this site. It's just a token to appreciation to say baraka, you know, or can push one yale because then I give you that, you also give me that advertisement. Modo for inside I have small studio, I have most album okay no year. You understand? So even imanjo kudola, then in return you give me that. You know, so wala nanka credit di nyola. You understand? So it makes it look like community we have nothing. But then woman ke case nyente. You know, woman ke case nyente. So we 1 minute ngani yela kote. You understand? So until we were supporting each other based on na level. Benjamin. Nte I have access and I help other artists who I can help at the phone and the same thing. You understand? And which was nice. But ate feel kedame. He only at some point Kabrin Kombonka, let's say example, Kombonka and in Chronicle.
Yeah.
They are with him. G was with Attack YD. And then wo come telbe amanke liberty. Come gamen for kodu man shoto non telbe from na little things so gamen shoto nka wala share with the other people. A typical example deal until all the artists mele alangonte personally because I'm not talking on behalf of any artist, I'm talking on behalf of me. Nte artists will be support. Be it in under me as a label or name friend to the extent that cool dunta nyoko na fonna fans wala cool dunta nyoko na example Silk Chris Wall, Mandy Mori Wall, Mighty Joe Wall. Ntel kanyo support no nyame. Is ninte show shoro. Ninte play the alliance aba fala la tap. But the next one no menka na wala taba fala kata minte fangatari. Even though ninte le big tawo fangati. Muna no wakake, that's because come I menfo, we give our space to you. So ninka promote properly. Mina la nga na fan so lokal ta silkila short ali over fandi come mol fanga ali ko we are trouble natal. You understand? Alta mandin na show to the extent that ticket over fanga ila from your things ngadi la fan so ngadi na fan so that I support. So wallon template so the mel bijenu. You understand? So ate nama working at that point. Nama chronicle anim kombonka. Nothing at that point. Nothing at that point. It will look like okay, if a number big rinne, you don't be one you don't support, if a number you don't support. At the same time, Kombonka Ning Chronicle very talented, they had their concentration going on them. So a man choice and the only way he should do is Purkagal Kili. Malong may call, but that's the reason my it was technically forced on him because Jiba can dole and tobacco can dole nifana market dollar riba win can of course mulbe question on yinkala. And then industry what time akatama no wanyal. So nifana okay, you are part of it. You know. So I okay. But coalition on not dame woman can hajiti who is between a tell. You understand? But then ngalo no kufananko. Those two individuals were very good on their own and attention galkan. You understand? And then niba nun together no fana, it would have helped those people. You understand? So afutata dame mfo collabol mandinyola who is their personal problem woman can tell her so I'm not gonna say it. But in Kafo I will emulate nyameng why that comes to existence. So I'm saying this for you understand ko industry nyunga nyo support no. You understand? But he stopped it along the way. I asked stop along the way. Why? Because in tell a personal opinion, you didn't want anybody to go over your head. You understand? Imagine if you do more time over your head. Wolong tonya, remember tonya fulare, you know? And the reason why that is because Niajibe, all the artists, Ika support. Wufana nim time on in Sitalo Ika support, but you don't really support them. Because Nike support wala show for number big like come itala show. And that's why I said kontala template on you wala follow but I asked to play at some point. I asked to nyame wala nyun to go ning wala show shita. You don't go out for them. Come tell kamen kanu nandogel to make sure ko well fananta fa ko intel ta I fight yat. Aduni example is very easy to understand because ta father man di mori ta father jita father mighty jo ta father baba bunata o mankunje. I'll recall baba bunata among kunje because del bele kap bully no okay. So at the was stop. I remember example dilala among kolea. Even rebellion the recall men not recently started gonna. That's because Brigama artist will be from Brigama artist will capri start a bloody was capri small ni start a beef short. Was start gaga go you are supporting them, but you don't really support them. Purka in the industry like a template on maybe and munanantele feel got a template on your bulala. And why you kick everybody out. You understand? Brigama artist will capri start a support bring him beef start along. You never supported them the way until it and the bro. Because wala bijeno. You understand? So no be rebellion ya soldier like a Gambia. You were big, you are big and popular. You understand? Show do be for mukata ante I went to some shows me along go one day in Bhutan in Senegal and not uncle bro Kambala, the Senegal Silogo, but I will still come and I still went there. So muna na so man big. For saying no, you could rebellion support like I and more okay, now you're part. Nah, you're using the people. You go like that's what you do.
So that's what I wanted to even ask. Like based on your explanation, it's like SD was using those artists. You know,
it belong. Artists only belong. And now for nyame because no one artists all the time shita. They got less power. You know, they will feel cool. Na imang tarala list line auto. All these people will go against them and also at a fanang ital fananta chance short lafang prove moliage. So it's a big fear for them. And I understand young artists will be mirala wanya. So ibajal hani yabolo young artists o barama. Nka memfoten young artists o nying bilay na dari betonya vle famfi besiri fe betonya vle famfi. 4 years support le exactly tell community la surely can support yame because definitely near muta as an icon. So continue to explain ko bro intel nka wulile nga make sure ko na fans will be ni. So afonye artists will be support for la show ketala ko itala show bi nyame. No, or even close to that. No, most of those shows we be like a flop flop. Yeah, I understand. But Nita Tasita is you will be Buriana and cutting Nisula daily, be Minala because you are the bigger guy. So how long will you work a girl? Yeah, I understand. Only few artists will they make their big names already. So with or without you, those shows will pop. You know, few of them. You know, but the amount of them are being more. You know, so until you follow you break those rules and then it and you could come tell long the bad ones because become an artist TJ me along you were supporting them at that point. For bringing cool start along. You understand? So you didn't I'm on short of time me along until Kamenke you apply in these times. Just to be clear. You know, in this time you didn't do those things. So in Delphi, industry move two things lady. You are gonna be successful individually. But there is quality BJM alonko, Marco Ronin prune na bulul kafuta nyoma. It's the industry in yeta. That's the idea of it. So at some point there was no man reason jako, okay, I have to apply these things proof on behalf of the whole industry. You know. Just to cut that story short. So say mfutata level do to me alonko yung interview janibang interview la ajis cons yung interview active TV la force kabri ani ni kala interview ta kala kan ni nyama nyoje for maybe 2 years or so yeah I made her so say ñun dula fanal lam ini mo me alon kal ka boy ñew kal ka kol ke for some time. So I'll mentor new Moigam for 2 years, but I'll problem sort of at all. I can't problem sort of at all, but I tell them the same music, the same industry. I can't problem sort of at all. Okay, fine. Mom problem sort of. But yung interview active TV le. Nga dia mem for force for ngo for lenko. Ninga benta ka loss le. Muka akai borinda.
Yeah, exactly. Because
ngo for active TV.
You know.
Ha, mbala rek ngo for active TV. So kabri ngo for active TV. Modul salatan kang dia mo share. Bala mam keko kabri nga for ajis corners. So 2 years later or 1 year or something like that, I just called for an interview. So science na argument is this place. Sali la mo yung dula for na back. Na argument is this place. Iko. The reason why, because we dula la for na mo jama kampa akong kaya ndo kule. Ipatunga difference and the babag. The reason why I go for them for is a big statement, and I know it's big for so many people in Itulo. You might understand, no?
No, but there is a person in your song. Ito phone ka for ko sana ka borilele. You know what I mean? Can you clarify that point?
Yes, nka wala jela gina clarify munan nang kaka ikaborinal. Enko gala ka ikaborinal in so many equations. But I'll interview them. There is one portion me alanga ko. Ikayako small scale ike borila la kan ibenta lava le borila. Dula dol be ma mention but just lava instance and I'll answer.
Exactly.
Ako lava is very tight. Lava ka tight le. Bro, any moment na kasi nyo alka cool ka nyo. Apart from me being a big artist in Gambia, me being a big name T SMALLZ, lava data tanyaw nya nim bro. Ntel artist ol nimbo club oto ha. Aka special na mul kalo nako nim artist ol banyang area to. Menta mu club oti jato. Musu beta ba ay artist ol respect go di la bake. Haninte hanimbo bundada sa make sure ko ani leje data tanyaw nya na sa make sure ko na bije fona ma kalamuta sa make sure ko you are taken care of. So nte artist T SMALLZ no be long as T SMALLZ nta fa mo kam mabu no mol ha ite ko lava data tala pour yente shooter enim T SMALLZ menga si bungonal kala ko alka bro. So how does that make sense to you? Just janin ba futala janin ka call janin ka sa Instagram hani sa na message obi jabe Instagram nga status ali la talia jibe to ya telefon ku jama ka tan nyina tawo bela December 22 longote 2022 longote nga text wala mu Southside Festival to ya tar na welcome back na but janin ka ku jumping nga ta do man ndamani. You understand? So how can lava be too tight pretty into shooting? Ang la moy hakilolan. Iba mo len jibe ka me alonko artist ba ka tan Gambia. Iba mo le fanan jibe ka iteri malo. Iba mo le jibe ka me alonko ina ko wal kala.
But ite ya jele nung in the club in those days.
But ite o fo le juna man ta repeat lan na diamo ngande mo kal dajo tipi nga fenke. Ite o fo le juna ko naga benna ke buri. Ada fon ya nyini ngala ko ko lava tight so lava is too tight pour ka T SMALLZ maybe too small is too black.
But you approach him, you approach him when you see him in lava.
Then approach him for ka ke buri. Ni approach him kana futa level on to ka ke buri le do biye osale na ya ba ndi fo duma o ka jibe o so ko nyaka boy sa nge daw. So je na wole atina ndinko tonya na futa tanyi level to sana me alongo na TV go to this level na futa tanyi level to fo akajere ya nyina what I kule ke menja uyata. So I made my statement go what I ndo kule ni mando ku because mbo mne fono la ni man problem so de fanga ya fo ko nene ni man sonka nene ni man problem so to nene man na voice fanga raise nyoka so mune na ka jere ko action si falke bro ana tari boy imu de na nolti ni o ken mbasi lalal ko ma fala nyindung mun nungera. You understand? So statement no come nga fa la nyame rek mbo state auto on that period yung interview and I expressed it then mo jama ta in a wrong way. You understand? That sana tumala from le data bro. There's some of us are in many situations la ba ma jere nga diam bari nta tumala na mfuta wa level to probably understand the reason why fanka ko ikan do kule ni take put yourself in my situation. Nim had ma don ko kill every time, bro. Iya kilo go fulan nan. Anu wo say de andi yo wala nyintu ko ate ko. Talong ni ba mumutala. Ni iba mistake le rek. Natare ko fango ko. No, lava fanga ati jenu. O ndab na man nam bel lava. Molcha fo ha to nyalo. Uto tis molcha fani hapa. But wuliadu nga nyata bala kono. Bambo haina ngale adunta jiyokal. You understand? So ite fanga yeda yela lako. Iko fo yaje lava, fo yaje la ko lava title. So sometimes you come on shoot you want to just make it fast like that. Ugana lie now. Ugana lie now. And lava data nyawo nya ndibo dunta nyawo nya ne yo Batman ninte nite nyayo nyoje. We should know ko ntalo nyinte. Okay, sai. After no foro fana. Iko man problem soto. Man hani problem soto. Nene ni man sonka nene mo ko I just keep saying that pratel fans only along ninsana we used to be good. Nene man sonka, nene man your voice from race nyoka. We respect each other and I will believe ko we love each other. Maybe I'm sorry to say it, but manyim fufana mpuruka tinyar kete because I'm not tribal at all, but we love each other because of our manding kayafalang. It's nice to see be but progress come together. You understand? I supported Sana on that too. I don't mean to be tribal or anything, but just to say reality. You understand? So it's impossible you have to man shooting. You understand? So what I can go now for touching level of road. There must be something wrong there. So I made my statement. You know. So more being yapitan kamfananko. Yeah, why should I say that? But what I can intefana wofo. Not a kufana. Ya mo nying kapring interview nyum banta. If you really care, imu brother di. Huh? Ko yemen.
Okay, guys, T-Small, I'm call. You know, he will be back again. Stay connected, tap the screen and share the live, the interview.